say it ever again, you stupid accent. No, you know the real reason why I lost my accent? It's because they've automated 411. Yeah, you can't have an accent and get a number anymore. We live in the future. You can't be like, for what city and state? I want that baker place down there in Skeeterville. For what city and state? I want that baker place down there in Skeeterville. For what city and state? I want that baker place down there in... Oh, screw it, I'm walking. Well, I'm not scared of 411. I'm a grown man, partially educated. I can operate a phone book, you know. But my concern is, they've done 411. Eventually they're going to do 911. Yeah, and you have to be articulate in a high-tension situation. Please state your emergency. Please state your emergency. He's in the house. He's in the house. Please state your emergency. I'm hiding in the closet. Please state your emergency. He's stabbing me with a fork. Please state your emergency. I love him. He's a good man. Where was I? I don't even know what I'm talking about. But having grown up in the South, in the South and surrounded by kind of, wild animals, and we always see these news reports. And they had one here in Arlington. They had a bear loose last week. They had a bear get loose. There was a bear loose, and then, hey, guess what? Bears don't get loose. Bears are loose. Bears don't give a shit about your ridiculous subdivision that you built in between them and where they eat and where they go to the bathroom. They don't care. They don't go, oh, Morning Cross Lane. That sounds nice. Animals are loose. They don't get loose. People get loose. We are very comfortable in these kind of surroundings, but we get freaking loose sometimes. Where the hell am I? There's no signal. This is really in the woods, buddy. Animals are like...
We've got a loose one in the forest right now. Yeah, he's wearing some sort of orange vest. Thinks we can't see him. It's kind of stupid. He's covered in deer pee. I don't know what he's trying to accomplish. He thinks he's hunting, and more like he's looking for a date. I don't know that... Maybe somebody should help him.
I'm a hunter, I'm wearing a red vest so my friends don't shoot me in the head. Going upside to hunting. Sorry. I love, hunting, Wayne touched on this a little bit. There's a cultural shift where hunting used to be kind of a respected, I'm half Kehitawk Indian, and so my family comes from a long line of people who used to kill an animal, use every part of it, and that was the end of it, and that's all you did, whatever. And now it's, it's now the Burger King of hunting. You know what I mean? If you're going to hunt, to me, I think you should strip down to a loincloth. This should be the rule. Oil yourself up if you want to cheat. Strap your knife to the end of a stick, hang out on a branch, and kill an animal bigger than you. This is the rule, and if you can't accomplish that, you eat some pine nuts and shut up. This is the rule. You can't call yourself a hunter if you sit in basically what ends up being a treehouse, playing Game Boy all day with an assault rifle with a laser scope on it, and you're parked next to the only watering hole for 600 miles, so every animal around has to come and get a drink from it, and you basically snipe them from 100 yards away. I don't know how that makes you tough, especially with deer, because I'm fairly certain if you're not careful, you can tickle a deer to death. I've never, you know what I mean? There's some, I can't breathe, I'm just not impressed, is all I'm saying. I probably should get out of here. I haven't even touched on the things I was going to talk about. But I do want to kind of openly address how thankful I am that you guys have all corralled, all you weirdos have gotten together in one area to be weird together. And I guess, how do we put this? Cheer up. Here's the thing. I know we deal with some awful things, but there is next. By the way, I don't know if you know who's next door, But they're the United Steak Punchers. I don't know if you know them, but all they do is punch steak. They don't even eat it. They just have a steak cut and they hit it. And they clap and laugh, and then they have a piñata, and they dance, and they go, we beat up a steak. Yay. I'm kidding, that's not what they really do. I'm joking. It's an analogy. I'm just saying. United Steak Punchers. Yeah, no, it's actually the American Society for the short-sighted, hedonistic, oligarchy-loving executives. Yeah. But the point I'm trying to make is, if you'll notice, there's a lot of happy grinning on the other side. And there's a lot of comfort with lying their ass off and telling whatever story they think they need to tell to get their point across. And I'm not saying we have to shift to that mentality, but we gotta be happy. We gotta take on the positive traits of your pet. I don't want you to learn from each other here. I don't care what you learn at any of these speeches. I don't care if you learn a new technique for developing a spay and neutering program at a no-kill shelter in your area that does arts and crafts for dogs 25 pounds to 45 pounds in the brown to slightly off yellow color range for the months of May through July. I know, I hope you learned something, but the thing you need to learn the most from is your pet. Learn from... because let me tell you, they are happy, happy animals. And they've seen the horror. These pets and animals experience pain and sadness the same way we do, and what's their response? I love you. I love you so much. I love you. I love you so much I'm walking sideways. I would never do this in the wild, but I love you so much. So do yourself a favor. Take care of yourselves and take care of somebody else. Thank you guys so much. Have a great evening.